All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Derbyverse. Welcome to the Queensland Roller Derby League's mini season. We are on game 3 of this event. It'll be the Northern Brisbane Rollers Black Hearts out of Brisbane, Australia, taking on East Coast Derby Dolls out of Runaway Bay, Gold Coast, Australia. My name is PR Armageddon, and with
I'm
me
Penny
is
Floggins. Penny Floggins.
and and we will be your voices of this game. We have rosters real quick, starting off with East Coast Derby Dolls. It will be in white. Number 13, Hell's Angel. 14, Anita Smakovich. 144, Forbidden Forest. 18, Ham Schlapp. 192 is Fred. 2005, Hot Flush Lush. 229 is Bellistic. 24 is Sophie. 30 is Grace. 5 is Gravel Muncher. 503 is Mackenzie. 666 is Noisy. And 92 is Froste Biatch. Their bench is Miss Demeanhor and Miss Suspension.
Fabulous. And in the black, we've got the Black Hearts. We've got 12, Ginger Snap. 210, Kayla. 27, Catchy. 32, Ellie. 616, Gem. 69, Mesmeralda. 707, Blitzkrieg Bomb. 742, Helen Hunts. 8, BB Skate. 83, Kryptonite. 95, Shellfish. And for their bench, we've got Buttercream, Kruger, and Lucas. Welcome, and I see in the chat we've got New Zealand roller derby streaming welcoming us, joining us.
All right, nice to have them in the chat. Remember, if you are watching and you are into Twitch, go ahead and get on the chat and talk about what's going on in the game. We'd love to hear from you. We'll read some of your comments as we go along in the game. Looks like our teams are getting lined up at the jam line to start, and looks like our first jam is going to be Ellie versus Anita Smakovich. Looks like the refs are still getting together, but everybody's in their spots and close to getting game number 3 underway. And Penny, if it's anything like the last game, it should be very, very fun.
Oh yeah, it's been a massive game of day of Derby, and we're off.
It has been, and we are off on jam number 1. And it looks like Pack moving down the pivot line into turn 1. Nobody's really gotten the advantage yet, but around the outside, almost takes lead there for the Blackhearts, but you can recycle back to the pivot line. Is number 32, Ellie.
Yeah, she almost got snuck around on that outside line.
Oh, we did. We do have a lead jammer established now. Anita Smakovich is going to be lead for East Coast Derby Dolls. Like a pivot headed to the penalty box for East Coast.
Having a little sit down, and we look like a jammer is joining her.
I think it might be a blocker, but either way, it's still 2 down in the box for East Coast. Yeah, no problem. But look at the pass.
We're shaking off the cobwebs.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're all doing that. We're all getting back into it. Jam is called off, so it looks like we get some points here for East Coast to start the game off, but they will start with a blocker disadvantage going into Jam 2. Looks like a 4-0 lead for East Coast heading into the second jam.
Excellent work.
These two teams both Australians.
And the Black Hearts are playing for the next one as well.
Yeah. There we go. Whistle blows. Jam number 2 off and rolling. A wall in the front for East Coast, trying to keep Brisbane back. It's like BB Skate will be the jammer for Brisbane up against Schlapp or Ham Schlapp for East Coast.
Excellent name.
Back still in turn 1, trying to get into the apex between 1 and 2. A lot of action moving on the inside, and we do have a lead jammer, and that's going to be Ham Schlapp. Pack still slowly making it into turn number 3. Looks like both jammers are now through. Ham Schlapp trying to work her way through. Falls down to her knees in the entrance of turn 3. Nice defensive structures here setting up. These walls are trying to get in place, but Ham Schlapp does spin through and makes the call. How many points have we got on that jam? These two teams.
Quite make out the fingers that we've got there, but there's definitely some points on the board.
Yeah, we did have a couple passes in there, at least one pass. So we have some pretty good to work so far. Yeah, 8-0 now in favor of East Coast Derby Doll. So good defense really by both teams so far, even though there's still an early 8-0 lead. So no real big scoring jams yet.
No,
Jam
sometimes
number 3.
these games they start off a bit like that, and then start to everyone gets in their groove a bit more. We have a lead jammer, number 13.
She didn't quite get around, I don't think. Did she?
Oh,
No. We have a lead jam actually for Brisbane. Makes it through. That is BB Skate. I'm sorry.
my
Am I the wrong
mistake.
number?
No, you're right. Baby
Yeah.
skate, I
No,
think.
I'm right.
88.
I'm sorry. It's different.
Oh, 8.
No, I'm sorry. They're different names. I'm sorry. Our advantage is a little bit hard to kind of get all the numbers and names down. So we apologize if we make any mistakes. Jam does
We'll
get
get there.
called.
Tell us in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Call us out in the chat. We'll be fine with it. That jam comes to an end. And looks like, first points of the game on the board now for Northern Brisbane. It's now 8-4. East Coast still in the lead.
Lovely.
So it's been a pretty quick, pretty evenly matched game. It's still very low scoring early on.
Oh,
But
beautiful offensive work there by
Yes.
742 Helen Hunt.
Oh, wow. Nice. Through the pack, lead jammer goes to Ellie for the black card. Ellie shot like a rocket out of the outside line there to pick up lead jammer.
Yeah, absolutely. I love a good opposition. Actually, 742 I did freshies with when she was in Canberra a few years ago. And she's a very impressive skater, Helen Hunt. Oh, and she's in the bin.
And you talked too soon there, Penny.
Yeah, sorry,
Making
Helen.
it to the penalty box, Helen Hunts. It'll be a disadvantage in the blocker situation there for Brisbane, but Jam will get called. See some points, some fingers sticking up in the air for both teams. We'll get the points shortly. Our cracker team over there on the ground in Brisbane. Oh, here we go. 12-8 in favor of East Coast Derby Dolls. Very quickly resetting and getting started for our next jam. Looks like going to be Anita Smakovich for East Coast Derby Dolls up against BB Skate for the Blackhearts. And Anita Smakovich quickly on the outside. Yes, quickly on the outside. Picks up lead jammer. A little hop step there getting through the front wall.
Pivot working away on that apex of that triangle. There we go.
Very, very good structured wall there by the Blackhearts in the front of the pack now, working on Anita. Pushing her to the outside. It's like a back block penalty assessed to the Blackhearts. To Helen Hunts.
I feel like I've jinxed her now.
You might. I hope not, but I don't know.
Let's see how the game
Let's hope
out.
not for her sake and for the Blackhearts' sake. Pack is moving now, going to turns 2 and 3. It's like we had a star pass or a stash. So the cap getting put back on. Each team now with a blocker in the penalty box. Jam is called. Waiting for our points to get provided so we can give you a scoring update. But until then, we want to definitely remind you about next week here on our Twitch channel, Denver versus Rocky Mountain, live right here on Twitch Saturday, October 23rd at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Make sure you follow this channel to be notified when we go live. The doubleheader event featuring skaters from Denver, Rocky Mountain, and Denver's men's leagues, right here on twitch.tv/WFTDA. And we have a lead jammer penny coming out of the pack here for Brisbane.
Yes, and we've got a score update for you. Still 12-8 to the East Coast.
And it looks like on the inside, points picked up there for Brisbane. That is number 707 Blitzkrieg Bomb, who does call the jam off after getting those first 4 points through the pack. Remember, for those of you still kind of catching up with the The rules changes as we come back to Derby. No more jammer lap points, so the max you can get on a
No.
jam is 4 points. It's gonna be weird not seeing that thumb wiggling around, to get to 5 anymore.
Yeah,
Old
exactly
habits
right.
I'm gonna at some point probably stay a 5 point fast. So I'll put a
It'll
coin in the
happen.
jar every time. Yeah, I'll put a coin in the jar every time I do that, and we'll have a nice collection by the end of the game. Here we go.
Alrighty.
Next jam up,
Oh,
and there's your lead jammer once again for the Blackhearts. That is Ellie. It looks like Hell's Angel is your jammer for East Coast Derby Dolls, who is also through for her initial pass. Both jammers right back to the pack. Looks like shot through on the inside, got the points. Can't see. I think some points also got picked up for the Blackhearts. Oh, and there we go. We had a tie game earlier. Now we have 2 more for East Coast. They go up 16-14. So still very neck and neck game here in the first half.
yeah, absolutely. Seems like everyone's warming up to it, getting into it.
Oh yeah, everybody's kind of getting their legs under them now and getting used to being out there on the track again and forming those walls up and stopping those jammers, and the jammers trying to break through.
Oh yeah, 144 trying to sneak up that outside line, and that blocker was not having a bar of it.
Got it. That's Forbidden Forest with the star for East Coast Derby Dolls up against BB Skate for Brisbane. Looks like East Coast loses their pivot to the penalty box. And through, and Lee Jammer is going to go to Forbidden Forest.
Those defensive walls are very impressive. It's going to be one of those
They are.
slower games where those
Exactly.
defenses just owning it.
Yeah, these low scoring jams. Oh, looks like we have a full box there for East Coast. Jammer, pivot, and blocker. So, yep, we have a power jam now for the Blackhearts.
This could be just what they need.
Yeah, the pivot does get released for East Coast, so they do have one blocker back in the action. It looks like Forbidden Forest now back into that wall of white. And it comes to a dead stop right coming out of turn number 2. That wall is doing a great job. Blocker's trying to come up break a bit, and there you go, gets her through for points.
Geez, they didn't want to give anything up though.
No, great work. Exactly. ECDD wall, great job holding Forest as long as they could. But for this time through a problem for another 4 points. So this is going to be our highest scoring jam of the game so far. First time we actually got more than one scoring pass in. Another blocker penalty looks like assessed there for East Coast Derby Dolls. But their jammer continues to circle around the track and looking for more points. Trying to get some more in before the jam. It times out, or they call it.
There we go.
Looks like jam does come to an end. So that's going to be our highest scoring jam in the game so far. Forbidden Forest racking up the points.
Beautiful effort. 27 to ECDD and 21. So it's creeping up. There's not much in it.
There's not much in it, not at all, but still a very, very good, tight game.
Absolutely.
October 22nd, WFTDA will host a member-exclusive grief counseling session. We'll take some extra time to focus on the topic of grief with Leslie Barber from Grief Warrior. Find out more at community.wftda.org in the upcoming events section. Back to the action here. On the track, we have Anita Smakovich versus Blitzkrieg Bomb. That's your jammer matchup. Anita Smakovich in the white Coast Krieg Bomb in the black and blue for the Northern Brisbane Rollers Blackhearts.
And I think she's just made lead.
She has. Lead jammer does go to North Brisbane. Pack still staying right outside of turn 2. Once again, these walls start forming up, and both of these teams' walls still very, very tight, very, very well put together, making the jammers really earn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have a star pass?
We may well.
We did have a star pass. Sorry about that. We did have a star pass at the end of that jam, but it didn't accumulate to any points. So.
Absolutely. I'm finding this a lot with Australian Derby at the moment, is that really focusing on those defensive wall strategies and getting that really tight triangle and making sure that The jammers just aren't even given a chance.
Exactly. Getting that good grip and make sure you keep that rotation moving so you don't get a multiplayer or anything like that trying to break through the walls. But that was a great jam. It brought us back to a 4-point game, Penny. 17 minutes left to go. 27-23 in favor of EC.
Now, you
And looks
haven't
like
commentated with me, but one of my first favorite ones is that it's everyone's game at this stage, which is my favorite type of
it
game.
is very much everyone's game. that is true. At this point, it is anyone's game. So close. And we still have a whole half a derby to go plus. So we are still with a lot of time left. It looks like Ellie is the jammer for Northern Brisbane and gets the jammer. Meanwhile, Anita Smakovich with the star for East Coast Derby Doll. She's through.
Oh, she'd be getting tired.
I think she's jammed a lot. She's almost every other jam she's been in there. So they've been really leaning on her pretty hard early. Yeah, they've been leaning on her pretty hard. I don't know if it's just a shortened jammer rotation or if just they really have a lot of confidence in her to be out there every couple of jams.
She really needs to smack a bitch is all I can say.
That's according to her name, that is what she needs to do.
I'm giving her what she wants.
She did start from the box. That was why. I apologize. That was a power start for Northern. So that was why she came out of the box in that jam. So that was why she was out there.
Gotcha.
Looks like we have Hell's Angel versus BB Skate. But she still might want to. Don't take it back totally.
She still may. She still may. I won't infer it.
We got it. Lead jam is going to go to ECDD this time. That is Hell's Angel picking up lead. And on the inside, slicing through the pack. Nice. Straight through, almost untouched, picks up the 4 points. Meanwhile, BB Skate still getting tangled up, getting recycled back almost to the jam line. And another pass through the pack for Hell's Angel. So ECDD trying to pad that lead a little bit now. So it was a tie coming in this jam. And now it's a lead. Through the pack once again. Nice work. Yes, very, very nice, smart skating by Hell's Angel, finding the gaps. Just bobbing and weaving through the pack to pick up the points. And she'll call it as both jammers came up to the back of the pack. And that was a great jam for ECDD. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Angel is known for her speed and agility, and she's absolutely proven that in that last jam, definitely. Just seeing any gap and sneaking on through.
Without a doubt. And so we're going to line back up here for our next jam. 39-27 now in favor of East Coast Derby Dolls in white, Northern Brisbane Rollers Blackhearts in the black and blue. Looks like we have Forbidden Forest at the jam line. Well, jamming now for Northern Brisbane. I'm sorry, for East Coast, I'm sorry. And then that is Blitzkrieg Bomber for Northern Brisbane. Once again, Penny, these walls just setting up shop.
Yeah, absolutely. Just locking them down, particularly in those corners, and just not letting them through. We used to call it demoralizing the jammer.
Well, I mean, that's a perfect description of what you're doing right there, because you were making that jammer feel horrible.
I know. I have to say, I didn't jam often.
Sorry. So you weren't demoralized that often. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly right.
That's good to know. That's good to know. So short jam there. Looks like an 8-point lead now for ECDD, 39-31. The jam 9. Once again, Anita Smakovich back at the jam line for ECDD, and that is Ellie with the star for Northern Brisbane.
13 minutes left. Anyone's game.
And there you go. Still very, very tight pack. Crossing over the pivot line, heading into turn number 1. Both jammers just trying to dance around these walls. Whistle blows in the pack. So we have a penalty in the pack on Northern Brisbane on a blocker. Pack still pretty congealed. Now starting to stretch apart a little bit in the turn 2. Still don't have a lead jammer yet.
Nope.
Oh, pivot penalty for East Coast. Yes, so one apiece in the bin. Yep. One apiece in the bin for these teams, and still no lead jammer. Very, very nice defensive work here. Anita Smakovic just pushing on that Northern Brisbane wall, just trying to just sled through it.
Pushing against that seam, seeing if there's any. Oh, and some smart play with the pack there,
Yeah.
helping their jammer out.
Yep, stretch that pack backwards a little bit to kind of break up the pack to allow Anita to pass through to pick up lead. Another pivot penalty another blocker penalty for East Coast. That was number 11, Debris. Action is just if you're sitting in that area between turns 2 and 3, you're getting all the action in this jam right now.
Yeah,
it's right in front of you.
Right.
Has not moved. Now into turn 3, trying to work her way around. Oh,
and those blockers were just straight there, like,
right.
like oh,
we had a
remember
star
us?
pass, right? Star pass there looks like for Northern Brisbane. Ginger Snaps took the star cap, now puts it on, but the jam is called off.
Oh, those full jams.
Right, that was a defensive clinic for a long time in that jam.
Yeah.
Took 1 whole minute to get lead, so half of that jam was spent without a lead jammer. And
oh gosh, like for 3 points.
31. Yep. Oh yeah.
3 points hard earned.
All that hard work and effort for 3, but those 3 points could come in very handy later in the game. We have a stoppage. We have a stoppage of play here for a brief second. Timeout called by Northern Brisbane.
Lovely.
First of the game. That'll give me a second to talk about. Yeah, you can take this one. Go ahead.
That's all right. I was just going to tell you about WFTDI Wellness. The Wellness is excited to team up with Phoenix Project to provide an invaluable wellness resource for our community. Together, we are creating a vibrant community for healing, connection, and support in roller derby. Learn more at community.woofta.org. All right. They look prepared out there.
Very, very, very intense first half so far, Penny. Defensively, we talked about it a lot. These walls have been very tight, very strong, not very punishing on these jammers. They are having to work their way around almost every time they get to the point.
Pardon me, I just sneezed. Yeah, that's a very serious conversation that they're happening right now. They're getting serious. They didn't play here, come here to muck around.
No, they did not. Speaking of being serious, I want to be serious about returning to play like we're doing right now. The WFTDA has published new COVID-19 safety guidelines for leagues returning to play. Check them out at community.wftda.org, community.wftda.org. The guidelines are being updated frequently in response to changing conditions and regional guidelines.
All right, post Kruger's timeout speech, which I'm assured is a thing, we are returning to play with Hamschlap and Blitz on the line.
I'm sure Kruger gave a very impactful timeout speech there to his skaters.
Well, I'm feeling empowered.
I'm feeling quite empowered, and I'm all the way across the world.
That's an impressive empowerment speech.
That's an impressive stretch of power to catch me all the way over here in New Orleans, Louisiana, US of A. Meanwhile, back on the track, lead jammer out quickly for Northern Brisbane. That is 707 Blitzkrieg Bomb.
Oh, and she's pushing her defense back, saying, "Give me some O."
Give me some O here. Yeah, help me out a little bit. Get me through this pack. Meanwhile, Hamschlap skated right on through to the front of the pack and meets right up with, looks like a penalty going to be called on Hamschlap. There was a back block penalty. I didn't see the signal. Looks like it was a back block. Regardless, it's going to be a we have a musical chairs. Jammer musical chairs. All right, here we go. Double jammer penalty. So both jammers getting released mega quickly. So nothing really happened. We're back to play. Just both jammers now have a
minor stumble.
A minor stumble.
This jam will go for the full 2 minutes.
Exactly, and here we go. And it looks like Hamschlap through the pack to get points. Same can be said now for Blitz. That pack sitting steady in the exited turn 3, heading into the apex. Nice pass through there by Hamschlap for another 4 points.
Oh, beautiful work. Straight up the inside line.
Everybody's outside. Go inside. And why not?
Yeah. They're like, here
So
is
why
this
not?
lovely gap for you.
There's a lovely opening. Take it right away and go.
Exactly
Hamschlap
right.
shoved to the inside. Very nice hip blocking there. Whistle blows in the pack. We have another blocker penalty on Northern Brisbane. And looks like Blitz is through for more points, as was Ham. They're both kind of creeping back up now to the back of the pack. Oh,
Well, slight tumble.
tried to do a little hop over the apex there. Either that or just really wanted to fly for a second. But regardless, it didn't really work out. And the
Not quite
jam
what we
is
planned.
called. Not quite planned it. Could have worked better.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Catchy with that nice block for MVR.
Yep, that came from Catchy. Yeah, that was very, very good job for Northern Brisbane. So it looks
Ooh,
like
we're
55-45.
settling in.
10-point
Only 10
lead
points
for
in.
East Coast. Yep. So, I mean, we still got a lot of derby to go, so we are following the trend from game 2 of a very tight-knit game. This jam underway. Looks like we have Hell's Angel going against Ellie. That is our jammer matchup. And through the pack, picking up lead jammer will be Ellie for the Blackhearts of Northern Brisbane.
She's got those eyes on
Those
those
jammers are
10 points. She's like, this is in our realm.
Exactly. Both jammers are now through and scoring eligible. But will they both score points as the jam gets called off up front by Ellie?
She wasn't going to risk it.
Ellie might have got a couple. Oh, 55-46.
Yeah,
Ellie got one off of that. So, yeah, she got 1 point. So, cuts the lead down.
That's all she needs.
9 points. Yep, 7 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. 55-45. ECDD, East Coast Derby Dolls, in the lead over Northern Brisbane Rollers.
What do they call that? Nickel and diming it?
Nickel and diamond, exactly. You can win by an inch, you can win by a mile, but a win is a win.
Exactly.
So, inside lead picked up by East Coast Derby Dolls. Sorry, that was Forbidden Forest picking up lead jammer there. Picking up, for ECDD. And ducking into, very nice ducking to get around the blocking there for initial pass for Blitz.
Yep.
Jam is called. Like points picked up by East Coast. So they will add to their lead. 59-46 is your updated score.
Ooh.
Thank you very much to our friend Grifta on the ground there for giving us some details of what's going on ground level there in Brisbane.
6 minutes
It's been
left.
a great day so far. Yeah, it's been a great day of games so far. We're only in the third game. We have one more left to go after us. And there is lead jammer picked up again for Northern Brisbane. That is 32. Once again, earning lead jammer designation. Ellie once again creeping out to the back of the pack. That 3-wall set up by East Coast. Getting some help in the back from one of her blockers.
And Anita up the front is just bursting against that front triangle. She's trying her absolute darndest, but they are very strong.
Meanwhile, inside, it skates all the way through. Ellie picks up the 4 points. But Anita finally makes her initial pass. Once again, this defense has been
beautiful.
This defense has been outstanding, Penny, in these games by both teams, really. I mean, you see it in the scoreboard, you see it in what you see on the track. I mean, this has been a very good defensive game.
And Ellie just had some absolute class there, sneaking in through. As soon as she got her points, called it off. Very smart play.
Yes. And with 9-point differential, 59-50, ECDD with the lead. Those just joining us, East Coast Derby Dolls are in white. Northern Brisbane Rollers Blackhearts are in black and blue.
59-53, 6 points in it.
Oh, we changed it. Sorry, 3 points I added at the very end there. So it's a 6-point game. And looks like Catchy with the star. Yeah, Catchy with the star for Northern Brisbane
Yep.
against Hamschlap.
We might have a star
And
pass.
was that a penalty on Hamschlap? Looks like yep, that is a penalty on Hamschlap. Power jam now for the Blackhearts.
Beautiful. She had the helmet cover in hand, but I don't think she's passed on.
But now she's the only jammer on track, so she might as well put it back on and get
get that on. Absolutely.
Now, good work here by the Blackhearts, pack in the back, trying to stay back and hopefully push that pack forward and free up their jammer. But are they going to rush? One runs up to help out. Yeah, but now they bring it back up there, have one blocker up to help catch to get through. But very nice work up front by East Coast. Just bouncing catchy all over the place, anywhere except forward.
Yeah.
She does finally get through. Catchy does finally break through to score those 4 points. Oh, taking a stumble coming out. This Hamschlap.
Hard one.
Hamschlap having to reset behind the pack. This jam most likely is going to go the full 2. I don't think anybody really wants to call it right now. That's just me saying that, though.
No, I think
could have a good call.
Well, Ham was sent to the bin, so they're going to skate that 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, they are. Well, I think it's true. Ham did earn lead. I'm sorry, so it will be a full 2 minute.
Yeah.
And
at this time of the game,
we did have a star pass. Yes, and Grace looks like. Did Grace get anything on that one? I'm not sure. We'll see in a second.
Bit of track repair.
A little track tape right there. Fixed. We have a lead change. If you have a beverage, take a sip of your respective beverage. 64-63 Northern Brisbane with a 1 point lead.
1 point's all it takes. We've already said that.
That's it. What about nickel and diming? There you go. That's a perfect example. Here we go. Hell's Angel jamming once again for East Coast up against Blitzkrieg Bomber for Northern Brisbane. Lead does go to Blitzkrieg Bomber. I'm sorry.
Natman
opposite
99.
One. For Hell's Angel. I'm sorry. That was Hell's Angel.
No, that's all right. I was just going to apologize to Natman 99 in the Twitch chat. Unfortunately, we can't get the scoreboard on the screen, but we will try our very best to report.
We're trying every time we're getting score updates from the scene fed to us. So as soon as we get those, we're giving them to you.
Yeah.
We try to after every jam if possible. Yeah, here we go. 2 minutes left in the first half of this game. Exciting game so far. Waiting for that aforementioned score update to let you know. Here we go. 71 for East Coast Derby Dolls. 67 for Northern Brisbane. 1 minute left in the half. So this will very likely be our last jam of the first half.
No worries, Natman. Oh my gosh. So they've snuck it back. Score updater is also a camera person, so they're making it very difficult. We love your work. You're doing amazing.
Right. Yes, thank you, Grifta. Grifta's been very helpful in keeping us informed here. Jam underway. Looks like we have. Looking to see who we have with the star. Ellie, that's Ellie for Northern Brisbane. Yeah, sorry, I'm losing my name. Forbidden Forest. Sorry, for East Coast Derby Dolls.
144. Yeah.
Lost my place on my roster.
I know. The drama changes so soon.
Exactly. Points picked up for Northern Brisbane. That's like was that a star pass? No, she just took the cap off. Did Forest. So pack moving through turn 3. Jam's gonna get caught. Waiting for our points, and that will be halftime. We're gonna get a score update for you before we step out for the half. Oh, wow. And the lead shifts again. If you have a drink, take another sip. Northern Brisbane Rollers, Blackhearts 75, East Coast Derby Dolls 73 at the half. Whew, that's exciting
Oh my
happening.
gosh. That's like 3 lead changes and 3 gems. I love it.
Exactly. That is a testament to the defense both of these teams are putting out on the track in this game. That we've been that close all game. Points are maybe a little higher than I thought they would be for that defensive game, but it's a
Yeah.
2-point game. That explains it right there. A back and forth 2-point game. So it looks
Brilliant.
like
So
we
we've got another
have a
6 minutes. Sorry.
still half. Sorry, about 6 minutes still half. Before we step out for a second, I would like to remind everybody to be a part of the roller derby conversation of the we FTDA collective. Signing up is easy, and you'll be able to connect with other folks, volunteers, returning a derby from near and far. Find out more information at community.wftda.
Brilliant. Now, if you are watching this and getting absolutely gung-ho and thinking, how can I join? There is a new skater curriculum. Maybe you've seen the beginner skate program. This is roller derby. If you have questions about where and how to start, make sure you join the skating and education training community at WEFDA. We'll be discussing your questions, adding resources, and linking more information about the skating curriculum. So check it out at community.woofda.org.
Remember, all of our live games are being published to YouTube a few days after we air here on our Twitch channel. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to watch it later on, check out the WFTDA's YouTube page in about a day or so, and these games should be posted. So in case you missed something, go back and watch it on our YouTube channel.
Brilliant. Well, I'm excited to see what they bring us next.
Oh, definitely. This second half's going to be crazy. If there's anything like the first half, it's going to be crazy good. I cannot
It
wait.
kind of took me by
These two-
surprise. That happened like super quickly as well.
Yeah, it was very slow, kind of slow pace to a slow start by both teams. Of course, like you said, defense is going to have that kind of slow, trudgy start, but everything kind of picked up after a little while. Both teams, jammers, kind of got their feet under them and started kind of figuring out how to get around some of these walls. And then, of course, we broke out to what we have now. And then right at the end of the first half, neck and neck, very, very close score at the half mark.
Now, it seems to be a fairly heavy penalty game that we're seeing out there. We've got McKenna sitting on 3 penalties for ECDD. And poor Helen Hunt, 742. I swear I didn't mean to jinx her, but she's sitting on 5 penalties for MBR. So hopefully she plays a really clean game.
You. She's gonna blame you.
It is the commentator's
I
first.
claim
I'm
nothing.
sorry.
I claim nothing with it.
I will say this though, it tends to happen with really strong blockers though, because they are strong skaters and they can just move people so easily. They tend to get.
You're gonna have that.
You get called on it.
Yeah, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that. Defensive games are always gonna be penalty heavy, like you said, because it's very physical, a lot of contact. You have a lot of contact penalties. You know,
Geez, it makes
and that's
good
the nature of
watching.
the game. Oh, it does. It makes for intense watching. So it looks like
absolutely.
we're still at 6:15 left to go. They apparently reset the halftime clock, from what we're being told. So we're going to be here for a little bit longer until we get back to Derby, or they tell us to go away for a little while. So one of the two.
I'm we're going to go to a break. We're going to do it. Everyone get a drink.
Let's do it.
We can
Come
drink
on.
to all of these lead changes.
Yes. We'll be back in a few short minutes with the second half of this exciting game here from Brisbane. Queensland Roller Derby League mini season continues. Welcome back. We're back for this great game. Queensland Roller Derby League's mini season rolls on. Game 3, second half coming up. Penny Flogged, it has been a great first half between Northern Brisbane's Blackhearts and East Coast Derby Dolls. A 3-point game. 76-73 at the half in favor of Northern Brisbane. But if you missed that first half, shame on you. Go back and watch it on YouTube when we load this up in a couple of days, because you missed a defensive clinic.
Absolutely. 3 points in it. I'm excited. Currently, we've got MBR in the lead, but for how long, I ask you?
The way it's going, probably not very, but I'm not jinxing anything.
No,
You're
I'm
the
not
jinx
saying
in our group.
anything.
You're the
Saying
jinx in our
anything.
in our pairing here, not me. I'm gonna let you handle that.
Oh,
Nah,
sorry.
nah. We kid. We kid. Looks like we're gonna have a
We
blocker for gold. Or sorry, King and Gold. East Coast Derby Dolls in the box. Northern Brisbane has a blocker in the box starting off. That is Helen. But we're rolling now on our first jam in the second half. Anita Makovich versus Ellie. There's your jammer matchup. Anita in the white for East Coast and Ellie in the black for the Blackheart. Lead jammer did go to
wonderful.
Anita Makovich. And Anita is
And
through for the first points of the second half. Remember, no more wiggly
she's
thumb. It's 4 points.
4 points, and she's like, I'm not losing this lead now.
No, I've
Let's
got
see
it. I'm
if they
going to
hold
run
it.
with it. I'm going to skate with it. Pack's pretty much at a standstill between turns 2 and 3. Whistles blowing. Looks like a direction penalty, I think. I thought I saw the direction hand signal on one of the blockers for East Coast. But looks like Anita
Nope,
did
all the
get
way.
through points. Blocker in the box for each team.
One apiece.
Pack's still in the turn 3 vicinity. Nice work again up front. East Coast on a two wall tried to hold Anita back as long as they could, but she did points. And looks like a jam was called. So very
Two
short
blockers in the bin.
opening jam for 2 blockers in the bin there for the Blackheart. So we'll have and one in the bin standing up for ECDD. So we will have a 1 blocker advantage in favor of the team in white from Runaway Bay in the Gold Coast area of Australia. And of course,
Now we
Northern
have had a
Brisbane is
lead
from
change.
Brisbane. We have 85-76 in favor of ECDD. They sent Hamschlap to the jam line and got lead this jam. Meanwhile, that is Blitzkrieg Bomb jamming for Northern Brisbane. Like a
With
star
a
pass
star pass
from Northern
now.
Brisbane. Yep, to Ginger, but jam looks like it was called off before Ginger could capitalize on taking the star. So very quick jam. 89-80 is your score now in favor of ECDD. It was wearing the white and black. Black and blue are the colors for Brisbane. Was that Penny?
ECDD, yeah. Really love to get that kind of 10-point gap. That's this game. They're just loving that. It's not comfortable, but they can't seem to get past that.
But as we've learned in Derby, no lead that small is really that comfortable, Penny.
No.
Here we go. Hell's Angel
Exactly right.
against Ellie. That is your jammer matchup. Ellie jamming for the Blackhearts, and Hell's Angel with the star for ECDD. And the pack once again coming to a halt. This defensive packs are just been the tail of this game so far. And the jam gets called pretty quickly.
Got Forbidden Forest rocking up to the line.
89-81 your score now in favor of East Coast. Yes.
And BB Skates.
Set up for it. It is BB Skates against Forbidden Forest. Oh, back up. Somebody divided by 0. They went way backwards. And a nice advantage start there, but the penalty does get up by number 12. The pivot Ginger snaps for the Blackhearts. And a penalty assessed now to East Coast. This is a power jam situation for you, yes. And it looks like the lead jammer, the only jammer now, well, for a minute there was BB Skate, but been forced now back onto the track and makes her initial.
We had a late call there. We had Hells in the last jam, sorry.
And it looks like the bin's starting to empty a little bit there. BB
It
skate.
generally helps to have your skaters on track rather than the bin. That's a
It
general rule.
does. That's a general rule. You like to keep your skaters on the track if possible. That would be
If at
the
all possible.
it would be the optimal, play.
You know, I mean, it keeps it
Picking up-
interesting the other way.
It does, but then if you're the team with the players in the bin, you're not that interested in that.
Yeah. No.
So that's what happened. The late call was given to Hells in that last jam, which is what put her in the box to start on the power start. 93-85, your updated score in favor of East Coast.
They still managed to nab 4 points though, even with that.
They did.
So
They did. So once again, the whole nickel and dime theory you threw out there earlier, you can start with a disadvantage, you can still get points out of it. Mm-hmm.
Exactly right.
Jam is underway. That is a Blitzkrieg Bomb versus Anita Smakovich. 24:20 left on the game clock. Blocker penalty picked up. Number 69 for Northern Brisbane. That is Mesmeralda. Whistles blow again in the pack, but we do have a lead coming out of the pack for the Blackhearts. That is Blitzkrieg Bomb.
Another jammer in heavy rotation today, both her and Anita.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. Pack getting a little more movement here, heading into turn 4. And looks like Blitz made it through for another 4. Number 5 for East Coast, taking a seat in the penalty box. That is Gravel Muncher. It looks like Anita did get through, but unable to do anything with it as the jam is called. Oh, sorry, that was a star pass at the end of that jam for East Coast. But, ooh, check it out, Penny. We have a lead change again. If you hope you refilled your drink at halftime.
Yeah, I know. We
94.
did tell you. We did tell you.
We did. So if you didn't, it's on y'all. 94-93 in favor of the Blackhearts now. At the jam line, we have Ellie for said Blackhearts up against Hamschlap for ECDD. Quick penalty on number 03. 30, I'm sorry.
Beautiful
work.
Yeah,
it was very much
Hamschlap.
so. Picks up lead. Oh, the forearm penalty assessed. Looks like it's going to be a power jam.
What? Nice.
I didn't see the yes, power jam. It's a power jam. Forearm penalty picked up by number 32 Ellie. So a power jam for ECDD.
Hamschlap's like, let me at him. This is happening. I'm all over it.
Right. Take the pivot for ECDD number 30. Grace takes a seat in the bin. So Pack is now moving slowly through, going toward turns 4. That front wall set up by Brisbane. Jam's going to be called off, though. Cut track call. Okay, that's a cut track call, I believe, for okay, yeah, 90. Woo, there we go. 98-94. We I gotta refill my drink now. Another lead change, Benny. Another lead change.
I know.
And we're gonna have a power
They're keeping
start
us on our toes
here. They are. They exactly. They're keeping us watching all this stuff here. So bouncing back and forth.
Yep.
Power start here for East Coast. Hell's Angel will be at the line by herself as a jammer.
I think they've just called a timeout for ECDD.
Yeah, stop. Yes. We do have a stoppage.
I will take this moment to let us know about a Frogmouth collaboration. Frogmouth has partnered with Woofter to support the COVID-19 Recovery Fund. 10% of all sales from products from their social... Oh, gosh, I cannot talk. From the special The Pack is Back Woofter Return to Play collection will be donated to the Recovery Fund to Woofter community members to help Woofter community members recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. Hey, Armageddon, you're going to have to do the rest because that was an atrocious... Frogmouth is doing good things. Go buy their stuff is what I got from that.
They are. 10% of all their sales of products from their special pack is back. WFTDA Return to Play collection will be donated to the Recovery Fund to help WFTDA community members recover from the COVID-19 pandemic. Check them out online, frogmouthclothing.com. www.wsblowsrace.com. We also have a little bit of information about our COVID-19 recovery fund to help rebuild our community and our sport.
Excellent.
WFTDA has established WFTDA COVID-19 Recovery Fund. This fund will provide micro grants to leagues and other roller derby orgs to help support our community in the post-COVID-19 recovery period. Find out how to apply for these micro grants and if you're eligible at community.wftda.org.
Thank you so
I hear
much.
whistles, Penny. I hear whistles. We're back
That
to
means we're back
skating.
for
Yes,
another
we're
lead
back to
change,
skating.
perhaps.
Ooh, it's not out of the picture. It looks like Northern Brisbane was too late getting a fourth blocker on the track, so they're going to start with a blocker short with this jam.
Ooh.
They're going to jam a blocker short. That's going to be an interesting strategy. But they do end up getting lead, though. So, I mean, we do have a lead jammer
Wow.
here for the Blackhearts, so that'll help them out. Getting out of the bin, Ellie does pick up lead.
The angel in the bin. Getting back down.
Yep, she stood up and then was told to sit down again. So that's okay. She wasn't quite ready to stand up yet. Oh, we have another jammer penalty. Oh, jammer musical chairs. Here we go. Both jammers released almost simultaneously. Remember, you have to sit as long as the other jammer sat. So you're going to be there for a little bit. That is number 32, Ellie, taking her seat in that penalty box. But Hell's Angel now released and back on the track, looking to make a pass. Makes her initial pass. Now is scoring eligible. Yep, scoring eligible. But back onto the track, Lodge, number 32, Ellie, just skating in the back to get back in the action. Big bump in the back of the pack. That was number 12, Ginger Snaps, taking the hit from Hell's Angel.
We are going to have a 2-minute jam here, so hopefully these jammers aren't too tired.
Well, if they are, they're going to have to just power through it. Through the pack on the inside, Hell's Angel. Yep, gets the 4 points. And it's like a wet whistle blows a high block penalty assessed. Both pivots now heading to the penalty box as the whistle blows to end the jam. So we will have a pivotless jam start coming up.
All right. Very keen to see where our score is up to. Oh, we've cracked the triples.
Whoa.
Or EDD 106 to MBR 98.
Looks like BB Skate will take that star for the Blackhearts, and that'll be Forbidden Forest jamming for East Coast. And we looks like we're not quite ready to go. Oh, was it a official review or timeout? Sorry, official timeout. Official timeout. Official timeout. Yes, official timeout's being called. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Well, interesting start to our second half here. It's been kind of
a
little discombobulated to kind of get started, but I feel like these kind of starting to get their rhythm back quick.
A little bit messy after the last one as well. It's the first half was just straight out the gate, like
right.
Great strategy, great performance, and this one's just been a little bit more all over the shop.
A little bit, but they seem to be kind of getting their legs back under them. So don't forget, after us, we have Coastal Assassin Roller Derby's Ninja Stars taking on Sun State Roller Derby to wrap up our day here from Brisbane for Queensland Roller Derby League's mini-season day. It is the day over there. It is actually nighttime where I am sitting. So
we had Scare Bear, who's a ref, having a word to the ECDD bench, but we don't know what about, but we assume everything's okay because we're back on track.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't seen anything come from that. So hopefully everything's okay and we're back to skating.
Oh, 144 trying to sneak around the outside there, but that triangle pivoting, not letting her through at all.
That is Forbidden Forest trying to work on the inside now, but they're shutting every single gap down. Now everybody rushes to the front.
And even in that confusion, they've just reset.
Yeah, Forest gets recycled back to almost to the jam line, but big bump. That was number 742, Helen Hunt, taking the hit there. But her jammer BB8
wasn't sent to the bin.
No. your snaps was for the Blackhearts. Pivot in the box. Once again, very big defensive jam here by both teams. Oh, a penalty picked up by BB Skate. So we're going to have a power jam for ECDD.
This could be what they
And
need to
Forrest.
really secure
Yes.
that gap.
But once again, this defense for the Blackhearts needs to really kind of line up here and just try to keep Forrest from getting through. But they couldn't that time as she skated around the inside corner and gets the 4-point pass.
And Forrest will really want to be putting up the heat to get around those runs and rack up
Like I
some
said,
points.
these walls have been relentlessly tight for both teams. Now everybody kind of congealed right there coming in the turn. They're trying to. You hear the call it. You hear the call it signals from the ECDD bench, and Forrest finally does call it.
I think she snuck a few points there before she did, though.
I think she did. Well, the refs are conferring in the infield. We're going to see. Whoa, there we go. 110. So she got 4 points on that last jam.
Yeah.
16 minutes and a half. 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. 110-98 in favor of ECDD.
I think we've got a timeout happening here. Now, you'll note with ECDD coming up to 110 with MBR over 98, we're having a little bit of we've actually managed to do a 12-point gap now, which is very exciting because I haven't managed being able to get anything more than 10 points between. But It is an official timeout, so we'll figure out if they're having a little conference about something that they've maybe a call, maybe a point. Who knows?
And we definitely want to, on the air, thank all of our officials who are working this game today, both NSOs and referees, and all of our volunteers who are working over there in Brisbane, who's making this tournament, this mini-season tournament go for Queensland. This has been a great opportunity for us to be able to watch Derby around the world, and for you and I and our friends who have called earlier and tonight to be calling these games. This is my first calling of a Derby game since September of 2019. So
wow.
I'm happy to be back calling Derby.
We're happy to have you back. Welcome back.
I have missed it so much. And it's just, I feel like I was nervous. I was honestly nervous coming into this, thinking like, I read up on my rules, changes, and everything, so I know I'm good on that. But like, am I gonna stumble around? Am I gonna mess something up? I'm like, if I do, it's okay. But I'm just happy that we're back.
You're back. We've knocked the rust off. It's good. It's actually September 2019. That was when I broke my ankle, so I'm itching to get back out on track at some point soon. So
I hear you. Hopefully you get back out there quick. My last call was during my last call was during WFTDA playoffs in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I did go to Champs. I was the MC at Champs in Montreal that year, but I didn't call any games. So this is my first gameplay calling since that time. So I'm just
very
stoked. I'm so glad to be here. I'm glad to have this opportunity. I'm so glad that we have Derby popping back up. Teams are getting back into practices, light contact practices. I mean, the return to play protocol stuff is great. I'm so glad we had that system working, and teams are working through those tiers to get back to, hopefully, as soon as possible, full-fledged Derby everywhere.
Oh, it'll happen. And next week, you're seeing Derby live.
Oh yeah, definitely. In Derby Live, we have Denver and Rocky Mountain right here on WFTDA's Twitch channel, October 23rd at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which you have to do the figuring out to see what time it is in your respective time zones. But make sure you follow us here on the Twitch channel to be notified when we go live. It'll be a double header featuring skaters from Denver, Rocky, and Denver's men's leagues. So check it out here at twitch.tv/WFTDA.
All right, we've
back
got
to the track.
Oh, I've gone way back. Yeah, we're back. Sorry. Move my chat.
We are back. We are
up, down.
We are cycling through on heading at turn 3, and we have a lead jammer established for East Coast. And she immediately calls it.
Calls it off.
So thanks for saving me there, because we didn't get to see anything. So stop that jam so we can do anything.
Yeah. All right, we're back in the game.
Yeah, at last count, we had about a little over 16 minutes to go. No score change, so still 110 to 98 in favor of East Coast Derby Dolls, who are in the white and black. And again, Northern Brisbane Rollers, Blackhearts in the black and blue. Whistle blows, and away we goes. We got Hamschlap for ECDD up against Blitzkrieg Bomb for Northern Brisbane's Blackhearts.
Nope.
Through the pack on the outside. There we go. We have a lead jammer, Penny, and that is going to be Hamschlap. Pack starting
Hammer
to
want to
move
be
now.
securing that lead, racking up more points on that board for a convincing lead. Not that 12 isn't, but 12 is.
Oh no. Well, like we said, this has been like a 10-point differential for most of the game either way. So anything beyond that has been relatively new to us in this game.
Yeah.
Jam was called. I looking for points in the air. It's kind of hard to keep my perspective with the ref's fingers, but we're getting our great friend Grifta over on the ground over there to give us some points. Here we go. 112. Both teams now are above the century mark. 112 to 101 in favor of ECDD.
Back to that 10-point differential. Speaking
They
of which,
can't get away from it. They can't get away from it, no matter how hard they try. Now it's 113 actually in favor for ECDD. There was a point added there late. Whistles blowing, track cut penalty on one of the jams for Northern Brisbane's jammer. And that's going to be, I believe, a Blitzkrieg Bomber.
All right.
I'm sorry, no, that was 32 Ellie. I'm sorry. Ellie picked up the track cut call. So Ellie's in the box. Power jam for EC. And still a tight pack. Crawling through turn one.
Those penalty box NSOs are doing an exceptional job today. They're being kept busy,
they are,
particularly the jammer.
It's been a revolving door in that penalty bin for most of this game. I mean, it's just the way it happens. We said it, defensive game. You're going to have a lot of penalties, and you're going to get the eventual jammer penalties here and there. So I mean, it's expected. Nothing negative, just expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Sign of a good game.
Yeah. Points picked up on the last pass.
Really just Derby players wanting to give our ref friends something to do.
Exactly. That's all it is. Hell's Angel skates through looking for some more points. Stretching around and going to get bumped and back. And I believe that was a penalty picked up by Hell's Angel. So we're going to have a power jam now for the Blackhearts.
Absolutely. I am feeling for that poor NSO with broken arm who has got a very sore other arm, been waving around with all the jammer penalties.
Doing a great job, having a penalty time, running multiple stopwatches. That's talent. That jam's going to be called. Like I said, I always give love to my officials, my NSOs, my referees. They do great work, and we couldn't do Derby without them.
100%. We were always told if we ever get sent to the box, always thank your NSOs. We've got a score update, 117 to 106.
It looks like we did have an injury for NBR. Taylor, number 210, is off track. We're not sure exactly what the injury was. If we get any info on that, we'll let you know, but hopefully everything's going to be okay for Taylor. Looks like BB Skate is the jammer for the Blackhearts. Hell's Angel coming out of the penalty box now, so both jammers will be on track.
We've got a cut track for one of the ECDD blockers.
That was number 24 for ECDD. That is Sophie. Back in turn number one, slowly moving toward turn number two, and looks like Hell's Angel is through for her initial pass. And points picked up there for BB Skate. And BB Skate will call that jam off. So keeping Hell's Angel off the board. Still a very close game here, Penny. 117 to
Oh, yeah.
110. 7-point differential, 10.5 minutes to go in a regulation time.
I just can't call it because MBR, every time they start to kind of get a little bit of a low, like a bigger score behind, they just turn it up. So
Yep. Either
anyone's
team really
game.
gets a definitive advantage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Blitzkrieg
yeah.
Bomb is the jammer for Brisbane and trying to get an ID on the jammer for East Coast.
Grace, number
Grace,
30.
there we go. Thank you very much. Yes. And looks like Grace is through for lead. So quick lead
Work
jammer
Grace,
pickup there by East Coast.
a newer skater, I believe, to the East Coast.
Yeah, new jammer in the rotation here. Oh, BB
Oh,
Skate tries to go through on the inside, takes a spill. That jam will be called off by Grace. We'll check the points in a second.
yeah. What we've got to make sure, what the skaters need to make sure is they don't get to that frantic part in the last 10 minutes when they're all scrambling and lose their strategy, and it's hard when you're tired as well. So.
Right? Oh, yeah.
So Kayla's got some ice
Remember,
on their knee.
we have a stoppage here. That's the official review being possibly signaled by Northern Brisbane. I saw the
Yeah, I
hamburger go
think
up. Let's see.
so.
Waiting for our jam timer to give us a signal here. At least a
We
timeout.
may
We're not
have a
sure if it's
timeout.
a
Yeah.
OR or not. Yeah.
Often this
Not
can
seeing a
be a
signal given
really
by
good strategy. Yeah,
the
to
timeout.
take this time out for the last 10 minutes, really regroup, stop that kind of franticness. And you've seen it in the last couple of jams. There's been just that little bit more edginess to the play from such a slow game, which was so strategic to skates flying everywhere. So
Well,
good
that could
chance
be
to
a
stop,
combination
regroup.
of skaters getting tired, and because sometimes when you get tired, you
Mm,
get a little more chippy, a little more edgy.
yeah.
It could be a lot of different things, but yeah, a stoppage might be a good thing for both teams to kind of reset themselves and kind of get their strategy back in line to go back into this next jam. But remember to follow us on Twitch to be notified every time we go live. And if you have Amazon Prime, you won't see any ads by using your free Prime subscription. Ask in the chat if you need help linking your account.
And I've been reliably informed that Sunshine Ray is the PBM with the busted arm, and they are doing an amazing job, as are all of our
Yes,
NSOs and reps.
yes.
9 minutes.
Kudos to all of our officials.
Alrighty. What have we got here, Pam?
9-6.
Armageddon?
Looks like we have Anita Smakovich at the line for East Coast up against Ellie for Northern Brisbane.
It's like the match made in heaven for this game. These two jammers, they've had big games today.
Anita just forcing her way up front, but gets pushed outside and have to reset all the way back almost right between the halfway point of the jam line and pivot line.
Oh
And
wow!
she's right back up front. Anita is a tenacious jammer. She
Oh my
just does
god!
not take
Yeah.
no for an answer.
And she has
Meanwhile,
been
up
up
front,
against, I'm pretty sure, a very similar triangle so many times, and
yeah,
she's just like, well, here we
but
go
that's
again.
also. Oh, it looks like we have a power jam here for Anita because we have a penalty picked up by Ellie. So she will skate into
Ellie.
the penalty box. Power jam for East Coast.
Keeping Sunshine
Slow
Ray on
pack.
her toes.
Yep. Oh, yeah, very much so. Slow pack now creeping into turns 3 and 4. Anita takes a dip to the inside, gets pushed back and recycles. And now the pack getting a little more motion, but I thought I heard a whistle in the pack, a penalty call. A 4-on penalty picked up by one of the blockers for the Blackhearts. 616 Gem.
Gem.
Nice work in the back of this pack here. Well, as soon as I say that, Ellie finds a way around. But that was nice work in the back for a while there by the ECDD wall. So now both jammers
and
are through
lovely
and
work.
scoring eligible. Yes,
Lovely
Anita
footwork by Ellie there as
getting
well.
Anita gets a wide open skate around to the outside because everybody was stopped in turn 2. And looks like whistles are blowing to end the jam. I see points in the air for Brisbane. So we're There we go. Oh, 6-point game, Penny. 120 to 114. ECDD with the
Oh,
lead. This game has been within about 10 to 12 points of each other almost the entire game, I feel like.
entirely.
We
Yeah,
haven't,
this has
can't
been
escape
great
that.
derby.
It's been a great, very close, very evenly matched derby. Like it seemed like earlier on that ECDD might have a little bit of an advantage, but Blackhearts just came roaring back and just said, "No, we're not going to lay down. We're going to keep this game close," and they are
We're not
exactly doing
interested
that.
in that. Yeah,
Now,
entirely. Entirely.
official timeout called on
Uh,
the track. So feel free to do
give
your
everyone a chance.
whoos.
Yeah. lots of shaking off. 7 minutes. Gosh, I reckon we're going to see one more lead change. One more lead change, maybe two.
I think we'll see
See if my
more than one,
predictions
but
are right.
that's. I think we'll see more than one, but I'll see your one and raise you two.
All right.
Speaking of what you're seeing here, we hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Right, you can broadcast your games without the expense of a hassle of a traditional stream by using our remote studio. They get your games to a global audience with a little as a smartphone. No matter your location or your budget, get streaming with the remote studio. Contact broadcast at quadmedia.tv, broadcast at quadmedia.tv, and check out our broadcast for beginners resources at wftda.tv. Oh, we are back in, and we are in a power jam for the Blackhearts, Penny.
I think
Penalty
ECDB
picked up by
has
Hell's
just lost
Angel.
one of their blockers, 503 McKenz.
And their
Sadly
jammers
fouled
in the
out.
bin as well. So, yeah. So we have a power jam situation here, but credit that wall up front, that braced wall set up by ECDD. They are keeping the jammer back.
Yeah, locking her down. And she's out. Whooping up through
It
the
looks
inside line.
like 503 for East Coast is off track for some reason. We're not quite sure why. That is Mackenzie. Kenz, I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced, but either way, that skater is off track. Hopefully everything's going to be okay for them. Jam was called.
Yeah, I think she may have been fouled out, sadly, because she was sitting on 3 penalties.
So she might have. Yeah, we don't have I don't have a penalty count in front of me right now, but if that's the case, she might have possibly fouled. 7 penalties exactly. That's a foul out for Mackenzie. Yes, Mackenzie fouls
That's
out.
all right, Mackenzie. You played an amazing game. What? We're down to a 4-point score differential.
That's right. 120 to 116 in favor of East Coast. 5 minutes left. That is Forbidden Forest jamming against Blitzkrieg Bomb. Blitzkrieg Bomb in the blue and black for Northern Brisbane, and the Forbidden Forest in the white and black for East Coast Derby Doll. Hack moving through turn 2. Do we have a lead? No, it was lead established. I believe it was. I see an arm up in the air by the jammer ref. Trying to see which jammer it is.
Oh, you. Oh, I think it might be MBR.
It's Brisbane. Looks like it is for Brisbane. Yes, Blitz is lead, but also through the pack is Forbidden Forest. So both jammers scoring eligible.
Sneaking up behind her. She's not letting much room get away.
And I hear whistles blasting, which means the jam is over. So it might be either a scoreless jam or a very low-scoring jam. Because I don't think the jammer really got fully back. We'll find out in a second. Nope, same score, 120, 116. So a nothing jam. No points for you. No points for you. Come back in 30 seconds. 4 minutes to go. So yeah, this is going to be tight. This will be right down to the wire. And a quick blast out from both jammers. Lead gonna go to East Coast.
Beautiful work, jammer and jammer.
Yeah, Grace getting through really quickly, but Ellie right hot on her wheels. Both jammers slicing through again. This time Ellie gets through first. Yes, Ellie gets through first for those 4 points. Grace getting mired.
Keep going round.
Right, at this point, we need as many points as we can get right now because no lead is safe. And Grace is through to call it off quickly, so it only gives up, I think, the 4 points for each team. So we should be the same differential, just 4 points higher. If my eyes don't deceive me. Oh, whoa, no, I'm wrong. It is a 1-point game, Penny. 1-point game.
Oh my
3
God,
minutes
will I
to
get my
go.
lead change?
ECDD up by 124 to 123 over the Blackhearts of Northern Brisbane. And they will, Northern Brisbane sends
obviously
BB
I'm
Skate to the jam
impartial.
line. We are, but we'd like to see the changes. And that is
But I did-
Hamschlap with the star. Hamschlap through for lead for ECDD. I don't want to say this could be a last
Back on your
last
head.
jam game, Penny, but this could be a last jam game, Penny.
This could be the last
The way it's
Oh, I
going,
have
no
faith.
lead is safe.
No, not at all.
No. Little big push out there in the turn 2. But a penalty going to be picked up there by the East Coast blocker.
We've got a star pass happening to Kachi. MBR.
Kachi takes the star for MBR. Through for her initial, so taking a spill. And Ham calls it off. I'm sorry. Ham calls it off.
Oh, I think that was a
For our points
scoreless
there.
pass. For,
I'm like
MBR.
waiting on bated breath with every single point update we get. 30 to 123. ECDD still leading. A minute and a half to
7
go.
points. Oh my God.
I know I didn't want to say this could be a last jam game, Penny, but this could be a last jam game, Penny.
It is. It's happening before our eyes.
Yes, it is traveling in that direction. Looks like Blitzkrieg Bomb her up against Hell's Angel, and Blitzkrieg Bomb is through for lead for the Blackhearts.
Can we get that 7 points? Can we get our lead change? Not if that defensive wall has anything to say about it.
No, both of these walls working really hard, but Hell's Angel able to break through up front to get that initial pass under her belt.
And call it.
Like,
my God.
There you go. Smart. That was a smart call. Smart call out there.
It was.
The team from scoring points. Let anything go up for anybody there. 40 seconds to go.
Oh my gosh.
Did Brisbane get any points on that jam?
I think they got
4 points.
Oh, yes, they did.
3-point game. 3-point game. This will be most likely the last jam of the game. And it's good jammer matchup. Anita Smakovich for ECDD. Ellie jamming for the Blackhearts. This could be the game right here, Penny, on this last jam.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, Ellie almost up there on the inside line.
And we're going to end up on jam time most likely. Unless something weird happens here and ECDD can get lead. Oh, lots of action going on here in turn 1. I see a penalty assessed. Another blocker in the box for MBR. Still no lead established. Now we have a lead, and that is going to be ECDD. Anita picks up lead.
They're going to roll it out, or they could just call it and win it now, really.
It appears so right now. Anita back up to the pack on the outside, picks up the 4 points. That might have been what they were doing, waiting to get the points.
Yeah.
And jam looks like it's been called off. So I believe we are at full time.
I think we've got an unofficial
we are
score.
At full time. Waiting for that score update. Whoo! Looks like your unofficial final score right now, 134 for ECDD, 127 for Northern Brisbane. We're going to wait to get it official from our head ref, but Penny, that was an amazing game.
At this stage, I think Derby's the winner because that was a fantastic game.
Oh, we are the winners here. Everyone watching this game was a winner because that was impressive.
My God.
This is the kind of game, my first game back calling Derby in 2 years, I'm glad I call a game like this. I mean,
100%.
Every game is great in its own way, but a close game like this, back and forth, short lead differentials, the entire game.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Great strategy, great performance, just excellent work, team.
I'm not sure if we've gone official. I'm not sure if we've gone official yet. So I'm waiting to see if he's gone official. But regardless, looks like
No.
East Coast Derby Dolls come up from
They're
Runaway Bay
celebrating.
to pick up the win here against Northern Brisbane. They're celebrating. I mean, they're just waiting for that whistle to blow to make it official. But again, both
Absolutely.
teams, outstanding work here. Nothing to be ashamed of here for the Blackhearts. They brought it the entire game.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. And a pleasure to watch and a pleasure to call. Welcome back, again. It's like you never left.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to call with you, Penny. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. We also want to thank our officials. We want to thank everybody who's making everything go on the ground there in Brisbane. We want to thank our lovely friend Ben running the production here for our broadcast stream here. We're glad everybody tuned in to watch here on the WTDA's Twitch channel. We do have one more game left to go here before we are done. That's going to be Coastal Assassins Roller Derby's Ninja Stars taking on Sun State Roller Derby in our finale. So I think everybody's off track. So I guess we're final. Everybody's cleared the track.
I assume.
I didn't hear the whistle, so I'm not sure. Not yet. Okay, I'm told not yet. Thanks to our great friend Grifta. Again, thank Grifta on the ground for providing us with all the data. It's still unofficial on the board, so we haven't had that official designation yet. But again, we want to thank everybody who put a hand in this game, everybody put a hand in the stream, everybody at home watching, wherever you may be around the world. Derby's coming back. This is a great example of what we have coming back. Two great teams having a very, very back and forth game, and it comes down to a less than a 10-point finish. I mean, Penny, that's all you can really ask for coming back for Derby.
Yeah, look, you can't really ask for more than that, can you? It's been an absolute.
No, not at all. Now, this is the kind of Derby we all really want to see. It keeps everybody engaged, entertained, and cheering for your team either way, because if your team's down, they're kind of coming right back in the next jam and get a lead, and then lose it in the next jam and come back in the next jam.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
Absolutely.
I love back and forth Derby. It's been great. So it looks like we're going to start clearing off both teams. Must be official, just not there on the scoreboard. So it seems like everybody's going to be skating off. So I believe we're going to go ahead and say it's official. Yeah, it's basically official at this point. Your winners of this game will be East Coast Derby Dolls, 134 to Northern Brisbane Rollers, Blackhearts, 127. Once again, thank you everybody in Brisbane for putting on this series of games. Thank both teams. Thank our officials. Thank our stream team here. Thank the wonderful Ben for producing us. Penny, it's been a pleasure calling with you. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to the next time.
Absolutely. So welcome back, and we'll see you all next time.
We'll see you next time. Coming up next, Savage Stars take on Sun State 4. Live from Brisbane, Queensland Roller Derby League's mini season rolls on.